Yes, and we are back. It's been, I think, 2 weeks, EJ, since we have spoken to each other. And in the meantime, we had two big events that we have to recap here today. Of course, the big season opener of the ACL Slovenia Open. And in the
Mhm.
same weekend, we had the special event at the Western Experience in the Brabant Halle Den Bosch. So we will recap those events and maybe look a little bit forward as well. But first of all, EJ, how have you been, man?
Doing well. So excited that the season's off and kicking. It was so nice to see familiar faces over in Slovenia. It sounds like you had a great time as well over in the Western Experience. So
Oh yeah,
excited for the next one. And hopefully I
yeah,
can keep up the strong play and hopefully everybody else can as well.
yeah, yeah. Maybe to kick things off, what was your most memorable moment from
Oh
the
man,
weekend in Slovenia?
that's so hard, right? There's so many things that come to mind. I guess the one thing that I'm definitely going to throw out there is unfortunately, leading up to the Slovenia Open, we had the passing of one of our Croatians, Gojku. Really, just a lovable guy. If you ever met this guy, he was awesome. He was an awesome guy. Just always positive energy, rolling deep with all the other Croatians. And unfortunately, he passed away leading up to the Slovenia Open. And so first night, Friday, we're into the swap, and lo and behold, making it into the finals is two Croatians that I think it's fair to say no one expected to see there in the
Yeah,
final. Christian and Diana, hopefully I didn't butcher their names, but they
no,
were
you're
playing
pretty good, pretty
great.
good.
And man, and they nearly took it home.
Yeah,
I did win, but to be honest with you, there was a part of me that was wondering if there was some spirit of Goiku that was just like
yeah,
riding them to victory.
yeah,
She was even wearing his jersey, I believe. It was just a really cool moment and just a good memorial. They also did a memorial KT and Woody while they were on the live stream on Saturday or Sunday, I believe. And so that I think that was my takeaway message for the weekend, just how much of a family our cornhole Europe family can be, and we all got together and definitely played well and remembered him.
yeah.
So
I think it also speaks volumes, right, to the community that we have with the corner group. That is something like this happens. I think, of course, his closest friends and players, they of course really experience that and feel that loss. But I think the whole community feels it a little bit, and is also feeling with the local players having to deal with that. And I think it's really good to do something special for that. And then indeed, that's Friday evening that they get into the final. I mean, it's just like, yeah,
yeah,
it had to
yeah,
happen, I guess, right?
yeah. It was just yeah, it was meant to be, and just awesome play by both of them, and yeah, just a cool, memorable moment for just the cornhole community in general. So
Yeah, yeah. I think if we just talk about the spirit of the corner community, my moment of my weekend was something similar. Well, not similar in a way that somebody passed away, but kind of the spirit of the community, because we of course did the event at the Western Experience where we did an actual tournament. But at the same time, there's also people just coming to visit the event space for the Western Experience. And some of the players, they are so good in trying to help new people to show the game of Cornhole to them, that in between their actual match, they were just dragging people on court to show them how it works and how to play. And I have to point out Karel Slegers and Henk Verhoeven. They are phenomenal in that way. It's unbelievable. They're just like,
hmm
they're nonstop trying to promote the sport from the first minute to the last minute at that event. And that's just, I have to say, like, all of them did a great job. So I mean, all the people that came, they were phenomenal with the visitors. But these guys, their passion for the sport, it's amazing. They are just yeah,
Yeah, you mentioned a really good point. I think we focus so much on the play, but we have so many good cornhole like ambassadors in Europe, people that are really pushing that sport and just expanding the community. And Carl Sliegers, Renee Schindler, Conrad Ryan, Bruno Bourcois, those are just a few names that come to mind to me of like the
Yeah,
OGs that are just they're growing the sport and honestly doing so much more for it than we could ever have imagined.
yeah. No, it was crazy. It was so fun to see. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about the Western experience and some surprising results, I must say, of that weekend as well. There was, yeah, for sure, some things that were unexpected. Back to Slovenia, how was it? What was the overall vibe? How did you experience it?
Oh man, it was, it's such a it's such a good way to start kick off the year, right? This is the third year in a row where Slovenia started us off, and once again, no surprises, right? They do a great job. Jaka, Jure, Goran, Roman, they pulled in some of the other Slovenians to help as well. I saw they had a bigger team now from the other club as well, and they really put on a good tournament for us. It really took care of us, took care of the community. It was awesome. A lot of positive energy. Just you could
Yeah,
just tell a lot of people were just really excited to see people. It was almost like it's the family reunion that you actually do want to go to, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and so a lot of hugging, a lot of fun times.
yeah.
But also when games started going off, you saw it get serious and
Yeah, yeah.
man, man.
How was it on Saturday? Because Saturday the event was pretty much sold out, and I was before the weekend. As the director, I was kind of nervous before that Saturday, just looking at the amount of courts and the amount of games that had to be played. How did you experience that?
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely was a lot of cornhole. I think it's fair to say singles lasted a lot longer than maybe they thought it would.
Yeah,
And that created a fatigue factor, I think. Like definitely by the time the pro events and blind draw started, you could tell some folks were just like they're just tired.
yeah,
Um, and that's one thing, I think we talked about it in the preview a few weeks ago, but we build up the stamina for things like this across the year. So
yeah,
to start off the year, you kind of feel it a little bit more than you usually do, at least for me.
yeah,
And so Saturday night, to be honest with you, I in my mind, I'm competitive between do I want to eat and do I want to play well?
yeah,
And it's unfortunately I have to make that choice, and it comes at the expense of energy and playing well. But it is what it is. That's what we signed up
yeah,
for. That's why we played.
yeah,
So it was great
yeah.
though.
Yeah, there's always a lot that we have to squeeze into these weekends, and yeah, we want, of course, the opportunity for everyone to play as many matches as possible. And that's the
Mhm.
one unfortunate thing I think about Cornhole is we were talking about it before we started is you need a lot of space, and that's always a challenge. And unfortunately, we don't
Mhm.
have a space like in Porridge every week. So sometimes you simply have to deal with yeah the square meters that you have and try to make the best of it. But that's yeah that's always a challenge. And got to give credit to the directors Jaka and Thomas for doing a great job to make sure everything was run smooth because I know as a director it can be quite challenging, especially on a Saturday afternoon when
It
you're
is.
managing three different brackets. You're trying to squeeze
Yes.
in a juniors event. You're preparing for the pro event. You're preparing for a blind draw, all at the same time. It's like
Yes.
okay, and then you have to decide who's going to go to court one for the live
Yeah.
stream.
Oh
I
yeah. And
mean,
he's
yeah,
playing, right? Like I
and
mean,
he's
like
playing. Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
he's trying to focus
Exactly.
and play well himself and do all that.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
know how he does it. I To be honest, to be a player and director simultaneously sounds very challenging. And
It
I'm glad
is.
I don't have to do it.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is challenging. I can confirm. Otherwise, I would have been a top player. I know for sure.
Well, yeah, at least top 10. So, but it is. I would say it does. Like I would think it would take me off my game a little bit and be
Yeah,
distracting. I do think
yeah,
that it does play a role. So,
yeah,
kudos to you
yeah,
guys.
yeah. Let's have a look at the results of the Wicked Wood team, the players, and let's instead of starting with you, let's finish with your results.
All right.
What are some of the highlights for each players that we should point out?
Man, so, a few things that stick out to me, and I definitely, hopefully I don't forget anybody because, there's just so much cornhole going on at one time, right? And so sometimes those performances, you don't see them. But definitely want to give a shout out to Mark. He was very consistent throughout throughout the
Yeah.
weekend. I mean, for him to be third in
Third
doubles,
in
fifth,
doubles, fifth in
yeah,
singles. I
fifth in
mean,
singles.
that's
That's great. Two top five performances to start off the
yeah,
year, right?
yeah.
That's very stellar. And to be honest with you, I thought he was going to the championship game for doubles. We got really lucky on that one, so I'll talk about that in a little bit. But
Who was he
either
playing
way,
with in doubles?
he was playing with Obe or Jerome
Oh
Paul.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
which he, of course, he was. I think he was third last year in our ranking. So no
yeah.
stranger to his performance. So,
No, and he won
um,
the pro event.
and he won the pro event. So yeah, he's as solid as they come, right down the middle. Man, he
Yeah,
just so great. Yeah, so great performance by them. Afa, I know she played pretty well. I saw she won some pretty good games. I'm tracking like a 20th sort of finish for her, I think, in
yeah,
singles. Um, and then I do know that her doubles partner had to back out last minute, and so she did have to find another doubles partner, and so maybe that set her back a little bit. Um, so Max, if you're listening to this, don't let down our Wickedwood players moving forward. Don't do that. Um, but nonetheless, she seemed in good spirits and seemed to be playing well. Bruno
I mean,
and
I
Robert.
mean,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
25th in singles nowadays for such an event is quite an accomplishment in itself,
Yeah,
right?
no, that's a
I
good point,
mean,
right? Yeah, I mean,
it's.
we're talking
I was
25th out of
looking at the player
150
field.
players.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many good players nowadays.
Yeah.
It's no joke to get in the top 25. I think.
And I mean, that's a really good point. We think 25th, but 25th that's pro level performance.
Yeah,
Like that's okay.
yeah, yeah,
And yeah, there were a lot of good players there, Tom.
yeah.
A lot of good players. So, yeah, so
I think at some point I opened up I don't know what I was doing. I was of course at the Western Experience and we were quite busy. And then at some point in the afternoon, I opened up the bracket just to see how things were progressing. And I was looking at maybe the quarterfinals of each bracket. And I was like, hey, where are all the regular names? They seem to be out of singles already. It's like it seems like 16 totally different names compared to the year before. It
there
was a lot
was,
of upsets, right?
yeah, it's like it's hard to say upsets, right? Because you were losing
Yeah,
against really good players, but like I would say there was a lot of close games. There were a lot of
yeah,
really close games.
yeah,
Honestly, I was on the side of a few of those on both ends.
yeah,
Um, but no, I saw Richard lose a few close games. I mean, lost a few close games. Bruno, Stefano. It was close.
yeah,
It was tough. It was tough.
yeah.
And then your prize for winning is to face another tough opponent and get right back
Yeah,
into it, right?
exactly.
So,
Yeah. You
so there it
cannot.
is.
There's no one game left that you can get some
No,
rest, and
no,
you got to
no,
stay focused
nothing
all
at
the time.
all. You have
Yeah,
one game where you're a little bit off and you're gonna pay for
yeah,
it. So,
yeah.
um,
The Dutch guys did well in doubles. I think Bruno
yeah,
and Robert got ninth in doubles, and they
hmm
both performed well in swap. Got a top
yeah,
finish in swap.
they both played well. I talked with Bruno and Robert quite a bit over the weekend, just checking in, and they seemed like they were comfortable with their game. Just there were some games that they just got outplayed. Just they found someone was I think especially Bruno, I think he ran into some few hot players where it just seemed like they
Yeah,
just could not miss the bag.
yeah.
And
But
so,
still, I mean, top 10 in doubles. It's something to be proud of. It's really
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, staying hot, they were fifth in doubles in the Europe Open at the end of last season, now
Yep.
ninth. So we're gonna see that
Yep.
team constantly be in the top 10. If
Yeah.
not, it wouldn't surprise me if they have a title or two under their belt by the time the season's over.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It was fun seeing Stefano and Tommy play. They
Yeah.
were a
They had
father-son team.
they were strong in doubles, huh? Strong finish.
Yeah, yeah, they nearly went farther. I think they were like 13th in doubles, which is still that's an amazing performance.
Yeah.
Um, and Tommy was making some good roll bags. It was impressive. It was impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And Tommy as
And
well, he came in. Go ahead.
I think Stefano also had one of the best weekends maybe of everyone. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I
he got
was say, yeah,
third
he
in
had like
singles.
Do you have like overall PPR counts for the weekend? Are you able to pull that kind
No,
of
not
stuff?
yet. I'm waiting for the final stats, but
Ah,
I'm
okay.
sure he's going to be up there because he got third or fourth in singles. Or no, he took third place in his bracket, in bracket
Okay.
A, and then of
So
course he
that's
had
another thing is since we had two brackets, I can't
yeah,
necessarily see the results as easy on the other bracket.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a hard part. I wrote a blog on the ACL Europe website where you have all the results.
Oh, good. Okay.
Um, but Stefano got third in his bracket. He got third as well in the pro event.
That's great.
Um, and then he got, of course, the 13th in the doubles with Tommaso. So I think that's pretty good. That's a great start for him of the season.
That's great. He found me maybe a week ago and was like, "Hey, like you told me last year we're gonna team up at least once this year."
Yeah,
So I was like, "All right, buddy. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it." So, I expect to team up with him at some point during this season for at least one
yeah,
tourney and see how we do. So it'll be fun.
yeah, yeah. Hey, let's talk
Um,
about Lenny and Uwe. Maybe one
man,
of the
I'll be honest with
breakthrough
you.
teams
Yeah.
of the year already.
Yeah, and so you if you look in the other bracket, not in the bracket I played for singles, but he did well. I think he went into the king seat match for singles play.
Um, he got he got fourth in
Yeah.
doubles
Okay.
with
Yeah.
Lenny, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Which is amazing. Yeah.
And he got third in his bracket as well.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
I
so he
mean,
got close to the king seat final. Yeah,
amazing performance by him. So it wasn't. I mean, so
and
I
if that's
see
not
that.
enough, he also got third place in blind draw
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
and
Yeah.
fifth place in swap. So I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if there's an MVP of the weekend, but he's
Yeah.
certainly up there.
I was about to say to basically get top 5 in every event over a weekend, that's impressive. So I would agree
Yeah,
with you. I'd say maybe the MVP for the weekend was Juve. So Juve. So
yeah.
am I saying that? Hopefully I'm saying that right, Juve. But
Uwe.
Uwe, my bad. Appreciate you. But great guy too. So it was so nice. He's always played well, but just the consistency was just on over the weekend. He was on
Was
it.
he wearing his sunglasses?
I don't think he wasn't wearing them while he was playing. They might have been
Okay.
on his head, but
He always has the cool sunglasses. Huh?
I did know. I think Ore Mountains came with these amazing like lawn chairs, and so maybe that also provided them with some good comfort in between their
Yeah,
games and excelled their
yeah.
games. So we have to look into that. Get some wicked wood cornhole lawn chairs, right?
That's a good idea. Let me note that
All
down.
right,
That's a good
all
idea.
right. But let's go back to Lenny, dude. I'm s- I love his style of play.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of his. Like,
yeah,
I'm really glad he joined our team. I love his energy. He's part of that youth movement that we need in Europe. And
yeah,
but I think him and Tommy are going to be the catalyst for really pushing cornhole to a
yeah.
whole nother situation in the next year or two in Europe.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we have to mention Bende as well from Hungary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
He
man.
played
Yeah. Him
well.
and his dad played so
He
well.
got into the final for the juniors. So no, there's some great talent. We had in at the Western Experience we had Colin Bushman playing. He played very well there as well. So there's some talent coming for sure.
One of the things I would like to point out with Lenny that I saw is, you see what I tend to see is I see a lot of players who play well, but once
Yeah,
the pressure gets on, they got to now overcome that obstacle. What I saw over the weekend is Lenny is overcoming that obstacle. Lenny
yeah, yeah,
he's playing like he belongs there now. And
yeah,
so he's got the energy, he's got the focus, he's got
yeah,
some really good shot selections. And so
yeah.
I do believe he's going to be a name we're going to talk about a lot this year.
Yeah. Great. I mean, a fourth in doubles. That's an amazing result. They should really be proud of that.
Amazing, amazing. And so
Yeah.
it was
Uh,
it was
Katrina
bittersweet to
played
take him
with
down, but
yeah. Katrina played with Yanni in doubles.
Yeah, yeah. So Kata played very well. It seemed like her and Yanni were on a roll for a minute. I saw them have some really good wins, and there was one game in particular I was watching with the two of them where they just seemed on. Like I think both of their PPRs were high nines, tens, and
Yeah,
so hopefully they can continue that energy across that long day and demonstrate that yeah, hey, they're still forces to be reckoned with. And we're not talking too much about Yanni, but that guy's
cool.
another one.
He's looking
He
like
is.
a top 10 player at the moment.
Oh yeah, he is. He has got some really good shots, and his consistency just keeps improving. So,
Yeah,
um, I believe I played him briefly in swap, and it was a good matchup. And yeah, so I got to see that firsthand. Good
yeah,
player
yeah,
and good
yeah,
energy. You know what I mean? Just a good attitude on the court too, which I love.
yeah, yeah. Hey, and then your weekend. How did you feel about your play?
Overall, I'm really happy with it. I think I told you at the beginning that I really wanted to focus more on doubles play. I wanted to do well with teammates. Last year, I felt like
Yeah,
I did a lot better in singles play and not as well when I had a teammate. And so, lo and
yeah,
behold, I get a complete switch. So over the weekend, singles play is where I would say I struggled more often than not. Both of my games I lost were, I mean, they're good losses. I hate to say
yeah,
it like that, but it's just true.
yeah,
Losing against Maritish and Alan Yakus, 21-20,
yeah,
both games. It is what it is. They're great players.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but doubles play, yeah, swap event. My PPR in bracket play was over a 10, doubles over a 9.6, I believe.
Yeah,
Um, so swap, Halada and I took down swap play. He was playing
yeah.
well, so kudos to him as well for
So
us
can
getting that
you,
title.
sorry, can you make sure to pronounce his full name?
Ah, oh my gosh, why are you putting me on the spot like that? Oh my gosh. Isan? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I will
Go ahead and
also
give it a
butcher it.
shot.
Eisenraad Abed Halata.
That sounds much better. And I feel really bad. You point that out. He did tell me multiple times on Friday, like, my name is pronounced this. And I did get it right. I
Yeah,
got it right after a few games. And then give me a week and now I'm like, what? I'm like, so sorry, buddy.
yeah,
But guess what? Um, we won. So I'll just call you winner. All right. Um, but he played great, and then doubles play as well with Goonie. It was nice to see. You got the picture up there. Nearly double dipping the powerhouses of Roman and Goran on their home turf.
yeah, yeah.
But well deserved win by them, and definitely happy with our performance. As you can see right there, the top six players in doubles are no strangers to the podium.
No. It
All
seemed
of us
like
in our pro shirts. It
the
was nasty.
doubles was a bit more predictable than singles, right? Singles was all over the place with surprising finishes, and then doubles seemed a bit more, what we kind of expected, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I did notice overall the performance on Saturday, if you look at kind of even the PPR splits,
Yeah,
overall people's performances, it's hard to say what it is. Like, are people tired? Are the boards getting
yeah,
slower? I don't know. Um, Generally what I tend to see is actually PPRs get lower as the weekend goes on.
yeah,
But what actually, if you look at it, is Saturday's PPRs were largely in the high eights for the winners. And on Sunday, we had a lot of people in the nines.
yeah.
So,
Maybe
which is
it was
kind of weird,
just
right?
a lot of the good players did not have enough practice over the winter, and they just used the first 2 days of the event as practice
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
to be
kind of
ready
a,
for
a
Sunday.
warm up. I will tell you on Saturday, and it's from not just my games, but a few other games. There's some throws that it just barely misses doing what you want it
Yeah,
to do, right?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
mean, you're talking one throw could be the equivalent between a three bag push to get 10 points, and
yeah,
they all get stuck at the hole, and you get four
yeah,
points, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
huge. That is a
yeah, for
huge.
sure.
That's a 6 point
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I felt like that happened to myself and a few other folks I watched, and it was just, it's painful. But nonetheless, overall, I feel like Team Wicked Wood showed out, and we got a lot of good players. Just not with Team Wicked Wood, but just across Europe, and it was fun to see a lot of good play.
Yeah, you see a lot of improvement. I think
Yeah.
in general, if you look at the finishes and the good players that are all over the place, yeah, it's really a good example of the another year of exceptional growth. I think across the board. Um,
Hmm.
Going to speed up a little bit just to make sure we're not going over time. But I do not want to wrap up the Slovenia Open event without, of course, we already thanked the local directors, but also a big shout out to Woody and KT for
Hmm.
running the mics all weekend long. I don't know how many hours of commentary they did, but it sure was a lot. So that's always appreciated. And I really enjoyed it. I actually listened to it quite a lot, even when I was at the Western Experience. So a big shout out
Nice.
and massive thank you for those guys doing all that work as well.
Absolutely.
Um, kind of a switch, Western experience. We of course had our event in the Brabanthalle Den Bosch, and yeah, that was something else. I don't know. It's so hard to explain what it is like, but it's just like it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to pull up a picture that will give you a better understanding of the kind of vibe that we had. It was more like this vibe all weekend long. It was cowboy boots. It was cowboy hats. It was on the Saturday they had 15 or no 16,000 people visiting the show, and that was just amazing. We had set up a bunch of courts and we were just showing the game to all these visitors, which was really amazing. So it was a great way to showcase our sport, and I can really recommend anyone within their country if there's like a Western trade show or something like that, reach out to them because they'll be happy to showcase Cornhole because it's a great match with the type of people that visit the show. And then on Sunday we had the event. As I mentioned, especially the rounders part, it was kind of chaotic because there were just people walking onto the court having no idea what was going on. It was kind of crazy. But it was really nice because the players handled it very well and they weren't complaining. They were really presenting themselves in a perfect way.
Nice.
And we had a good international group. We had teams from Belgium, from Germany, and from the Netherlands.
Nice.
And in the end, it was the home teams that they got it done. The win was for Marieke de Smet Bakker and Paul Bakker,
Wow.
the Baker boys couple.
Yeah.
Um, it was kind of a thriller in the final because it looked like Hans Adam and Pierre Jentjes were going to win. It was something like, I don't know, 17-13. They were ahead. And then
Okay.
just a crazy round where Pierre gave up 8 points. And all of a sudden it was like, oh, wait, it's done.
It was like it's
Actually,
just
it
it's
was.
game.
So they got a
Wow.
title there. They were super happy with that. Henk Verhoeven and Karel Sleers, they got third. And Kevin de Koning and Christophe Rozenboom from Belgium, they got fourth. They played
Nice.
very well. It was really cool to see the team from Germany, the club from Vitali, Belm, SV
Yeah. The
Belm,
BEM
if I pronounce.
SVC.
Yeah, they were
Hmm.
there with the whole group. It was really fun that they came and we had some fun there. So it was
They're a fun.
great.
They're a fun bunch.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they are great promoters of the sport. And in general, it's just a big thank you to all the people that came there to help because yeah, we can do anything we want, but without help from players, it's just everything is worthless because you need those players to really show to the new people what the sport is about, explain it, how it works, and just to see them, doing that work all day long, showing it to people without getting tired, just one person after another, it was really exceptional. So
That's
just a big
awesome.
shout out to those to all the players that came and visit and came to help. It was great. So it was
That's
fun.
awesome. I mean, and looking at, I mean, the top three, I mean, some really good players there that we've seen do well across other tournaments as well. So that's awesome. Definitely seemed like some good competition. Kudos to Bakers on winning. So
Yep.
So yeah, Bruno, you're not the only baker who plays well, right?
No, for sure not. For sure not.
So,
For sure
and
not.
then yeah, and then Hans Adam, he ended the last season very strong, so it doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me seeing him up there.
No, a lefty, not a lefty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
For some
awesome.
reason, it's like all the good Dutch players are left-handed, well, with the exception of Robert and Bruno. But Kyle's left-handed.
Interesting.
Hans is left-handed. So quite a few
Interesting.
left-handed. Yeah.
You're gonna have to look into
Uh,
that, see if that provides you with extra cornhole abilities, as a
yeah.
Dutchman.
I'm wondering if there's a player that can play like both, that could like for tactical reasons decide whether to throw right or left-handed. That would
I've
be quite
seen it in the
amazing.
States. That's
Oh,
quite
really?
interesting. Yeah, yeah, there's a few players. I don't think I think they do it more just for fun, but I've seen
Yeah.
players who play games for fun just using the opposite hand and actually do
It's crazy,
do
right? If you
quite
can
well.
just, yeah, just
Yeah.
switch hands to have a different angle. That would
Yeah.
be
I
something.
mean,
Yeah,
imagine, yeah, throwing an 8-9 PPR with your other
yeah.
hand. It's like, like who are you? It's crazy,
Oh my god, yeah.
but that's awesome.
EJ, these boards are coming to the one of the next events near you. We got some special
Nice.
ones coming this season, so that will be quite cool as well. Some new designs, some pretty fun looking boards, and they will be available for sale to buy as well for sale.
Okay.
Um, but important for anyone that's interested, make sure to contact Wicked Wood, because we won't be shipping these individually because they're just too
Mm.
heavy and too risky for damages and hefty surcharge and stuff like that. So ideally, we ship them to one of the ACL events, and you can just pick them up there and actually save on shipping.
Oh,
So
nice.
if you're interested in that, make sure to contact Wicked Wood. And the other great news is we're now doing the Elite boards 18 millimeters customized as well. So
Ooh, okay.
18 millimeter Elite customized with your club or federation or league or whatever you want on it. We can make it
Yeah.
happen and
You
ship it
know,
to an ACL event near you.
and Ton, if I could just add on, buying boards and whatnot is, I think a lot of clubs maybe see this and they like, okay, we already have boards, but I can speak from experience. The clubs that are doing well, they're practicing in multiple different types of boards. They're practicing
Yeah,
older boards, newer boards, elite, pro, comp. They're trying
yeah,
all these because they want to get used to the different styles and the atmosphere. And so
yeah,
don't let that stop you. Just because you have boards in your club doesn't mean you can't swap in some new ones and give your club
yeah.
another challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Good point. So that's that. Make sure to reach out to Wicked Wood if you are interested and need some help. And then, yeah, last thing, the next event coming up, we'll do a preview, I think, EJ, before the Baltic Open. But the Baltic Open will be the next event, again, for open points. You're heading there as well, right?
Yes, Ton, I'll be there. I'm really excited. It'll be my first time over in Latvia, so super excited to be a part of that. And the folks that are hosting this one did not make it to Slovenia, so this will be their first entry into the season.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, and there's a lot. We both know there's a lot of good players over in that region, so I'm
Yeah,
excited to.
there will be a lot of Latvian and Lithuanian players on the hunt for
Uh-huh.
points in Jelgava.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure.
Uh-huh. And I'm excited not just for the play, but the attitude. I love the personality that some of them bring to the
Yeah,
court.
yeah,
It's
they're
fun.
competitive, huh? Yeah,
Absolutely. But in a very fun, friendly way. And I just
yeah.
I like it. It's refreshing. So
I think in one of the next episodes we have to do like a power ranking of most competitive countries of just like their grit and play style. I think we can have some fun
I
with that.
I like it. I like it. There's no wrong answers for anyone listening. So don't hold us liable for our answers. But
For sure not.
it's
For
all
sure not.
subjective. It's just opinions here.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay,
So
cool. With that, we're going to close up. Thank you, EJ, for circling back on the Slovenia Open. And yeah, I think we'll talk soon with the preview for Baltic Open.
hey, sounds good, Ton. Happy to be a part of it. Thanks for letting me join the show.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, take care.